Hi, Seymour here, and I'm gonna be doing another, I guess, building tutorial. And I'm gonna be doing a larger house than the one I did previously. This one's, you're gonna be needing a lot of stone for it. You're gonna have needed to find a lush cave. Cause I can't speak. You're gonna have needed to find a lush cave, and I'm gonna be doing this in my creative realm. This is my space, and if you want to know how to build anything I've built here, just let me know. And if you want to see any of the things I've built here, just maybe leave a comment, maybe don't. Honestly, I'm so small that I could care less what you do at this point. And I'm gonna try to cut this down. As of right now, the recording is just shy of 52 minutes. So I'm gonna try to cut it down into one video, so you don't have to do a part. You don't have to view a part 2. And if there is a part 2, I'm gonna release it on the same day. And link it in the description. But in the meantime, let's see. I guess enjoy. But right now, I'm just working on the frame. So, basic frame design is you start out with a box, decide what center you want to start out with, whether you want a odd center frame or an even center frame. If you want an even center frame, you want everything to be 2x2s, 4x4s, 8x8s, 6x4s, or like basically, I can't speak. Basically, you want everything to be on an even number. If it's odd, you want everything to be on an odd number. This is something I abide by very much. I find it much easier to build things and improvise things, which is what I'm doing right now, if I abide by this rule. And you can see right now I'm kind of struggling with what to build next, and I was kind of thrown off with the fact that this part was off-center, but it's okay. It's not really a big deal because diagonals are kind of finicky anyway. And diagonals in general are kind of hard to deal with, but you'll see that once you figure out one, you figure out them all. And that right there is the layout. The two square or rectangular non-diagonal crop outs, I don't know if that's the right term, but they're crop outs, will be 2 stories high, while the diagonal one will be 1 story high, and the main building will be 3 stories high. And for the most part, they will be 3 blocks high. So if you want to go ahead and make that right now, because this isn't going to be a block for block tutorial necessarily. I'm not going to be giving instructions on exactly how to do it, because I don't really think that's a great way to learn how to build. I think the best way to learn how to build is to improvise and figure out what works for you and what doesn't. One of my favorite places to go to learn how to build is the Minecraft building subreddit. Also watching YouTubers like Grian or B-Dubs. If you don't know who they are, I recommend you look them up. Other good builders are Mythical Sausage, Smallish Beans, I believe that's his name. Anyway, you've probably, if you know any of the other ones, you've probably seen him in, or any of them in each other's videos. They collab a lot. They're on the Empires and Hermitcraft SMPs. Tangent aside, this is nothing compared to what they can do. So, I guess I'm not really selling myself as a YouTuber well, but I hope you do enjoy watching, I guess. Anyway, next what I'm going to be working on is the floor. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing... That horse is annoying. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing oak wood in a crosshair shape, and I'm going to be placing oak planks in the center of that crosshair shape. And then I'm going to rinse and then repeat. So I'll see you once that's done. I'm going to speed up the video because I don't want to steal your time away. I'm sure you have many other things to do. Okay, here we go. That is done, and now what we're going to be doing is working on the walls and the gradient on the walls. So, anyone who is, I don't want to say more experienced or like anything, I guess it is more experienced, but like, more well versed in building will know what a gradient is, and that's like a pattern of colors that goes up and down a building. And what I'm doing right now is I'm making that pattern go up and down the building, and I'm making that pattern look like it would, or at least as realist. I still can't speak. As realistically as it would to real life as I can with pixelated blocks. So I'm trying to make this look really weathered and like medievalish, rustic. So what I'm doing is I'm taking moss blocks and transitioning the moss blocks into mossy cobblestone. And then I'm going to transition the mossy cobblestone into cobblestone, then the mossy cobblestone into andesite, and then into stone. And then at the top, for shadowing effects, I'm gonna put the tuff and transition that downwards from the roof. And you'll see it at the end. But it's gonna look good eventually. Right now it just looks like kind of a mess. But excuse me. Once it gets there, it's gonna look pretty good. I promise. So, again, I really don't want this to be a part one of two, but right now, looking at the runtime, it's looking like it's probably going to be. And I also want to do an interior video if you guys want that. Or you guy. I really don't know if anyone watches my video. But yeah. So if you do want an interior video, I guess subscribe, yay. Thank you for watching. But yeah. I hate shilling. It's so it hurts my soul. But yeah. Enjoy, I guess. I'm gonna speed up the video again so you can see what it looks like once it's finished. Okay, Poggeth Champeth. This is looking pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so that's a part of the gradient done. We've moved on from Mossy Cobble to Andesite, which means we're about most of the way there. So next, what's going to go on is we're going to change methods with the gradient. We're going to be working on Zach.exe has crashed, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be basically putting splotches of stone in there, just like pieces, almost like we're making a giant block of cobblestone. Almost like yeah, that. Yes. That's a great way to describe it. We're making giant blocks of cobblestone, and we're taking the block of cobblestone where we're trying to make a giant block of it. That's how we're doing this. And yeah, we're gonna work our way up. We're on about the second story now, and we need to get up to the third. And this is gonna take a tiny while. And once you run out of block, I need to learn how to pronounce words better. Yeah. Once we start running out of blocks in the gradient, you can really start to stretch it out, and it still looks good. Like, for example, I built a lighthouse, and it's gonna flash on the screen in a minute. And almost the entirety of the gradient of the lighthouse is on that bottom portion. I mean, there's a little bit of stone bricks. I mean, not stone, deep slate bricks towards the top, but that's it. Yeah. You can really stretch it out if you need to. And it still can look pretty good. And again, if you want to see anything in this world, or if you want me to do tutorials on anything in this world, you can let me know. Or, alternatively, if you want something like that's well known, like the wooden house from the construction handbook, if you want me to modernize that, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm just throwing out ideas out there. I don't know what my audience is. So, yeah. I'll come back once it's time to do the roof, and I'll see you then. Or, actually, once it's time to do the roof and the windows and all that, it's gonna be a part 2, actually. I'm sorry. But don't worry, it'll be released on the same day, and the link will be in the description. Thank you for watching, and see you in part 2 if you want to watch it.